साक्षी शङ्करी गुरुगुह समुद्भवे श्रीदेवा शङ्करी गुरुगुह समुद्भवे श्रीदेवा पामरमोचनि पङ्कजलोचनि पद्मासनवाणि हरिलक्ष्मी विनु.
Hello, namaste, good evening to everyone watching from India and watching from Dubai, and good morning to everyone who's watching this from America. And I know and I hope that family members are watching this as much as friends too. This is my proud privilege and honor to welcome my very dear Aparna Premchand here for our Sanskruti Nirantaram, where we are trying to continue the legacy of Sanskruti throughout the year and not restricting to any specific festival, days, dates, or anything. Welcome, dear Aparna. How are you doing today?
Doing awesome, Geeta Bhabi. Thank you so much for inviting me to your show.
It's our show. And that's why you agreed to be here. This
It's
is
our
more
show
like a
today, indeed.
yeah, it's like a family and friends thing completely. And I have to say this, that I know you have a very busy schedule, and but music has always been a part of you. So tell us just a little bit about when did you realize that you had an inclination to music, and when did you start singing? Like, okay, not only sari pade, not only like that. When you actually said, okay, this I know and I can do it.
Yeah, no, thanks. That's very, like, it takes me back to early ages. I think, like most kids in our community, I didn't have any control over when I started singing or started music classes. My parents believed in music and they, started classes actually when I was 3 years old. I was living in Nairobi. So my first guru was actually Srimati Vatsala Venkatraman, and she was very patient with us young children. She was a Kalakshetra bred guru, and she taught us a lot of the basics. And so most of my fundamental musics actually I learned over there, and I really have to thank my parents because they believed in it so much that they used to take me to classes. Like, you have to drive in Kenya, like it's not in the same place or convenient. So every Saturday they would go and drop me off and pick me up. And but actually, when I felt like I loved this music and I loved it for what it was, and it made me feel very complete, was when I was around maybe 15 or 16 years old. Until then, I was just doing it because, I mean, I had to go for classes kind of thing. And then it was interesting. This was when I had come back to India, and I was in ninth or 10th grade, I think. And one of my friends and I, we used to go to Srimati Sharada, and I would say that she was the most foundational guru for me. Like, she helped me to refresh, because we did a lot of shifts. Like, in that stage of life, I was moving different countries. I was in Kenya, I was in Tanzania, Mauritius, and then it was like a little bit of learning everything, but also not having that continuity. And Sharda ma'am was actually my teacher in Salem, and she really like made it foundation strong, and she was able to appreciate me for what I was, and she found songs that she thought would suit my voice, and she kind of helped me to round it off. And then in school and in college, when people would ask me to sing, I would just sing what she taught me, and they would say, this is nice. And then that helped me gain a lot of confidence that, yeah, I think I can do this. And later I would just sing for myself, and enjoy it. And then, of course, my family, both my parents as well as my in-laws, especially, them. They're really amazing and encouraging, and they would just let me sing and ask me to sing here and sing there, and that kind of built my confidence over a period of time. But I would say maybe the love for music was always there, but I kind of recognized it at a much later stage, and it's kept me going through the years till now.
I know you have planned something for us special today, and you've curated it actually. The correct word would be that. But do you by any chance remember what was that song that Kutti Aparna used to sing, or, or the minute like, oh, Aparna sing, and then that would be the song which you would, do you remember that by any chance?
Yeah, I do actually. And it's like,
which,
thank you
which
for this
one was that?
impromptu question. This is a small Ganesha bhajan in Telugu, which my teacher had taught me. So it goes like this. శ్రీ గణేశుని నేను చరణుజంతితి వాపు దేవత మెపు వందనం చేసితి గోకులంబునా పుటెను గోపమాధురు కొల్లలిట్లలో పాలు కొల్లలాడెను. I don't remember the last two lines, but I think this was a song I used to kind of fall back on when somebody just asked me to sing when I was really small.
My Telugu is like really not not to be spoken. By any chance, do you know what it means? And
No, I don't.
no.
And I think that's the beauty of music. I sing so many songs in so many languages, but I can't say that I really understand every bit of it, but I kind of feel the music more than I understand the words
Well,
specifically.
now that we have brought Ganpati into the picture, and he's the Vignaharta who's going to take care of all of us, so let's go ahead and tell me, what are you going to sing for us? What are you starting with?
Yes, Bobby. So I was actually thinking a lot about why you invited me. I saw the very stalwart audience that you've had and people you've hosted in the past, and many of them are professional singers. Some of them sang so beautifully. I was looking at Sis Sri Kuti. I was looking at Mrs. Kartika. They're all professional stage performers, and I was wondering what I could bring to your show, right? Like, and I was thinking that it made a lot of sense in terms of Sanskruti Nirantaram, and I like how you have made this like Nirantaram, and it's not specific to an event, because again, to me, I felt like music is something that's part of our daily life. It brings so much joy and so much bhakti and makes our life, everyday life, so much more complete. And you don't really have to be a stage performer for you to be able to enjoy music, and you can feel that happiness every day when you do this. So to me, I wanted to actually present this curated bit of songs, which actually is in gratitude to my mother, my grandmothers, on both sides of the family, because I think I learned a lot from all of them. And I think that's what makes the Sanskriti Nirantaram not necessary, because they do it every day when they are cooking, when they are cleaning, when they are feeding us. And it is so imbibed in our daily life that's we don't pay attention to it until suddenly, like you, when you asked me what will you sing, and I was like, the first 5 songs I can remember are the ones I've heard through my life, and in I just at home, and not even professionally taught. So I'm actually picking a few sets, like few songs which my mother or grandmother have sung, and that's probably what I want to share today with you and everybody.
Thank you so much, Aparna. And I know it's a very emotional journey which we go through, especially with music and thinking about mothers and grandmothers. So here is taking all their blessings, and please go ahead and start.
Thank you, Bobby. So I will start with the song which actually my mother, grandmother, and my aunt actually taught me when I was getting married. So apparently there is a Nalanga song. And this was a song they had instructed me that I should learn and I should sing it in the Nalanga session. So it goes like this. பாரெங்கும் பார்த்தாலும் ஓமை போல பரிமளமுள்ள பரம புருஷன் கிடைக்குமோ பார் நீரங்கும் நானிங்கும் இருந்தாலும் என் மனதில் நீரங்கும் நானிங்கும் இருந்தாலும் என் மனதில் திருக்குடந்தையில் வாழும் சாரங்க பாணியே சச்சி கல்யாண ரங்கனை காக்கும் சௌக்கியமாக பார்த்தாலும் பார் எங்கும் பார்த்தாலும் உமை போல பரிமளமுள்ள பரம புருஷன் கிடைக்குமோ பார் கும்பகோணம் க்ஷேத்திரம் தனிலே வசிக்கும் கோமளவள்ளிக்கே உகந்தவரே கும்பகோணம் க்ஷேத்திரம் தனிலே வசிக்கும் கோமளவள்ளிக்கே உகந்தவரே என் பெருமானும் கும்பநாதரும் நீயே ஏதும் வேதம் இல்லாமல் வாழ்பவரே அன்புடனே முத்தோ குமரன் மாமனே எந்த நாளைக்கும் பூர்ண சந்திரன் போல இன்பமுடனே சச்சி கல்யாண ரங்கனை காக்கும் சௌக்கியமாக பார்த்தாலும் பார் எங்கும் பார்த்தாலும் உமை போல பரிமளமுள்ள பரம புருஷன் கிடைக்குமோ பார். So it's a really
கிடைச்சாரா?
tradition.
கிடைச்சாரா?
எப்படியோ 20 வருஷம் இருந்தாச்சு. So yes, definitely I would have to say that it is a lot of blessing, because along with my husband I would say I have a beautiful extended family which even my dreams I would have not imagined, but I'm very grateful to what I have been receiving from the God.
Let us take a look at what our extended family and our nearby family have to say about us. Lalita Ravi, she's a class about master in many. This is a comment for you. And you know how much respect and love we have for you, Aparna. So Lalita, what she says, Sai Paniye and all the hearts. Thank you very much. And my wonderful friend, Prema Chandru. Awesome, Aparna. Such a nice song. Thank you, Prema, for being here and for supporting your daughter-in-law, Aparna, and me in this journey which we have taken today. And I hope, and this, I'm saying this here in public, I hope one day you're going to be here and share your chants with us, share your prayers with us, because everybody needs to know who you are. And of course, there's another comment from Prema saying how true music, when it becomes part of your life, it brings so much joy all through. Aparna, I was so excited about the session and I got a little distracted in the beginning. We played an intro video and I should have asked you about it. Go ahead, and why don't you share a little bit about what that video was?
Yeah, that video. So for me, like I said, for me, life is about celebrating every day. We don't, and even small pujas, we try to always fill it up with music, because, like you said, Atila, somebody will say "Paade," and then we have to sing a song. So we have to always prepare for those songs. And so Durga is my daughter, as you know, and so one of my greatest joys in life is singing with Durga. And while she shares passion for music in many different ways, not necessarily Carnatic only, she's a piano player, and she enjoys composing her own music, and she enjoys all the kinds of music that typical teenagers do today. I enjoy singing some of the small songs that she used to learn when she was small from her gurus. So this is actually a small kriti, which is one of those notuswarams, they say, and I really like that a lot, because Muthuswami Dikshitar, who was one of the holy trinities of music, he was so impressed with Western classical music that he picked up notes from the Western style, and he had made these small, beautiful rhyme kind of songs, which were set to tone in our Carnatic music style. So I love these songs because, they kind of mix the music of the West and the music of the South and the East of the world, and they create these beautiful compositions. So that was Shyamali Meenakshi that we were singing for Varalakshmi Nombu.
And when you say about the music mix, I think ultimately joy, happiness, that's what everybody gets, and how we use it, and whether the purists feel happy about it or not. The people who sing and who use, they feel happy about what they are singing. That is really a major thing. After all, we live for happiness. What is your next song or which you have?
I will talk. So the next song is actually very special for me, because this is one of those special songs which apparently had built a connection between the family that I was born into and the family I married into. So Prema Ma, actually, she discovered by doing some kind of math that my grandmother's side of the family and her grandmother were actually related at some level. And one of the ways in which she actually found this out was through this song. So I have to sing this song because she said, "How are you singing this song? This song used to be, my grandmother used to sing this song." And I said, "I sing this song because my grandmother used to sing this song." And so I'm singing that song. And it's a
Yeah,
really special
reminds
song.
me reminds me of हमारे पास भी माँ है, kind of
Yeah.
a
Yeah, a little bit of those Hindi movies where they have these family songs, and then
reunion.
oh, we belong to this family. So it's a very
Yeah.
unique song, I would say. I don't know who the composer is, but this is a song which my grandmother used to sing, and it is a unique song in the sense that it is actually a dialogue between the Samudra Raja, or the king of the seas, with Rama. When Rama got really angry, and he said that I'm going to like kill the Samudra Rajan, because despite many calls and pujas, he had not yet come, and hence they could not build the bridge from India to Sri Lanka to go and meet Ma Sita. So it's a very unique dialogue between how Rama is so angry and how Samudra Raja comes to seek Shama. So that is the song.
So Ramar being angry itself is a little,
Very
unknown
unique. Yes,
component. And so
yes.
please, Aparna, go ahead, and I'll put you out in the highlight mode.
Yeah, goes like this. Sharanam Sharanam Raghu Ramani Renne Tarkatarolum Paranda Ma விரை கடல் வேந்தாவுன் திருவடி பணிகின்றேன் மேரின்னபச்சாரம் ஆயிரம் நமஸ்காரம் சரணம் சரணம் ரகோ மட்டி மீனொன்றோடொன்று மல்லாந்து அமர்கோணும் வழக்கு தீர்க்க போனேன் இது கோன் மனம் நோகும் எட்டு ரெண்டு தெரியாது இது கேத்தனையோ காணோம் மேரிந்த அபச்சாரம் ஆயிரம் நமஸ்காரம் சரணம் சரணம் ரகோ.
ஆயிரம் நமஸ்காரம். ஸோ இப்போ ஒரு கேள்வி கேட்குறேன். தமிழ் படிக்க எழுத தெரியுமா?
தெரியும். நாட் வெரி ஃப்ளூவெண்ட். படிக்க டெஃபினட்டா தெரியும். எழுதுறது மேபி நாட் த பியோர் தமிழ், பட் கண்டிப்பா எழுத படிக்க பேசிக்ஸ் ஐ நோ. My mother made sure we had learned that.
Many things to be grateful to mothers for. I mean, I know at that age, this is really a message to all the people who are there, and the next generation of people who are coming along. When people have experienced what it is, and when they tell you, parents particularly, I think that is something which one should, and then later on as an adult you decide whether you want to choose that or not. Definitely I think there is something to take away from every parent, and which is probably again something to do with leaders at work, and you're a professional. Do you have an analogy out there which you would like to share with us, Aparna?
In the sense,
like at workplace also, from previous people, previous team leaders, previous bosses, we learn something or the other, and we
yeah,
continue that.
yeah.
Do you think does it hold true for you? We are another generation,
A
so
lot.
does it hold true for you as much?
No, absolutely. And by the way, I don't think you belong to another generation. If I would think about you, I would always say you're probably one of those unique people who can connect to all generations from, you know, two generations before, two generations after, and you have something to say to everybody, which is a really unique skill. So that's
Okay.
something I've always appreciated about you. But
Thank you, Aparna. And please, audience, I'm not called Aparna here to maska and tell each other. This is an unscripted conversation, and this is a confession which I'm making in public. But thank you very much.
No, it was very unprompted as well, and it's genuinely what I think you bring to all of us and connect all of us together. But at
Thank
workplace, absolutely, Geeta Babi. I have always learned something from everybody, and especially my own managers. I've been very privileged, I would say, to be in organizations with very stalwart people. I used to work for ING, and I would say my first mentor or somebody who had really learned a lot from was a lady called Srividya Shankar. She was really inspirational in the fact that she created her own path. She would not take no for an answer. She was a problem solver, and still she did it in a way that would not be fighting with people. So that was really something I took away and I learned from her. And since then. Even in Amazon, I would say I don't know. She is my manager, but I would say she's more of a friend and somebody I've been really inspired by. And her name is Mugdha. So she has been somebody who is so down to earth, despite how smart she is and how much she shares with everybody, and how inclusive she is in everything that she does. So these are things that I keep learning, and I feel like we can learn something from everybody, including Durga. I mean, Durga is significantly younger than I am, my daughter, but I feel like she has so much to bring to the table. And at home, there's so much we learn from everyone. So I make it a point to kind of see what greatness everybody brings, and I feel very inspired by what they do. And if we can learn a little bit of goodness from everyone, we can make our life a little better. But yes, absolutely. I have so many inspirations that it's hard to do it in this 1 minute. But these are the top two people I would come to my mind. Yeah.
Wonderful. And I think it's the goodness in you which recognizes the goodness in other people. And I'm sure everyone who knows you will agree with that. So let's now come to what are you going to sing for us next?
Yeah, I will sing a favorite song, which is actually a Golu song. Like I love celebrating our festivals. I feel like that is our connection to the past and connection to the future. And I want to keep that going. So no matter how crazy our schedules are, and Navratri actually, so I work for Amazon, and Amazon is really crazy because during Navratri is when we are operating at peak. And we have like the Diwali sale that goes on, but I'm very grateful that despite the crazy peak, we have not stopped one Navratri. So this is a Navratri song. It is a Golu song, which is one of my favorites, and I'd like to share today.
Please.
So श्रीचक्रं तनिलमर्द राजेश्वरी चिन्मयमान शिवमनोहरी सिन्तामणि கொலுவில்லமர்ந்திருப்பாளின் சிந்தையிலே வந்து கலந்திருப்பாள் श्रीचक्रं तनिलमर्द राजेश्वरी அலைமகள் கலைமகள் கீதம் பாட நந்திகேஸ்வரரும் தாளம் போட அரம்பை ஊர்வசியும் நர்த்தனமாட ஸ்ரீராஜராஜேஸ்வரி கொலுவிருப்பாள் என் சிந்தையிலே வந்து கலந்திருப்பாள் ஸ்ரீசக்கரம் தனிலமர்ந்த ராஜேஸ்வரி. It's a small, very simple song, but one of my favorites, and always also one of my go-to songs when you go to these Golu hopping, and then you're like, okay, sing.
but I'm sure it makes people very very happy because Golule Amarndirpal and all is like actually a kind of
Yeah.
visualizing not just the dolls or the decoration or thing, actually visualizing the divinity in that itself. So I think it's something which would make everyone happy, and so that's very nice. It was a nice song. And what is next, Aparna?
Next is something my friends would kill me if I don't sing, because that was their favorite in college. And I will make a confession, this song, again, I don't know who's the composer. I actually picked it up from some random serial that my grandmother used to watch 20 years back. And I've heard it only once, but it kind of stuck to my brain because of the words, and they're so beautiful and so positive. So that song became really popular in my college. So when I was telling my friends that I'm doing this thing, and some of them were immediately, you have to sing Nadavadi Vanavali. So here it goes, Nadavadi Vanavali for all of you.
Sure.
நாதவடிவானவளே நான்மறைகள் ஆழ்பவளே நாதவடிவானவளே நான்மறைகள் ஆழ்பவளே நினைக்கும் நினைவில் சிரிக்கும் வடிவம் நீயே நாத வடிவானவளே நான்மறைகள் ஆழ்பவளே மாமணி சூழ் மரகதத்தேன் சேதனமாய் தந்தாய் நான் நினைத்த வாழ்வினை நீ உன் பரிசாய் தந்தாய் கண்ணுக்கு இமை காவல் நெஞ்சுக்கு உயிர் காவல் பெண்ணுக்கு ஓர் காவல் நீ அமைந்தாய் கண்ணுக்கு இமை காவல் நெஞ்சுக்கு உயிர் காவல் பெண்ணுக்கு ஓர் காவல் நீ அமைந்தாய் ஜன்மம் எல்லாம் உன்னை சரணடைந்தேன் நான் நினைக்கும் நினைவில் சிரிக்கும் வடிவம் நீ நாத வடிவானவளே நான்மறைகள் ஆழ்பவளே.
That was very nice, and I have never heard it, and I have no idea which serial or where it was. Did you Google it or somewhere and find out later on where it was and which thing? Nothing.
We tried a lot, because I'm sure there is some charanam somewhere that I have missed. But I just loved these lines, and they kind of stuck to my
No,
head, and I loved.
it was beautiful. It was really very nice, and a big shout out to your college friends, and for all those people who can't watch it now live, you can watch it later on and continue to post comments. We can acknowledge them. So please do encourage Sanskruti Nirantaram. Anybody who wants to be a part of this, please do give a shout. Very happy to host everyone. And the whole reason for this was everyone should get a voice, and if I can do it and help, then why not? So Aparna, what is next coming up in our schedule?
So I just want to thank my gurus, and like this is like a last song for this day, Geeta Bhabi. But I was thinking, this was actually a song I composed when I was in school, because there was this emergency Guru Purnima day when they wanted us to sing a song, and I didn't know any song on Guru at that time. So I was like, why shouldn't, when you're young, you're not worried about it. Just write a song, and that song actually became quite popular among everyone who heard it. So I'd like to end the day today by thanking our gurus, in gurus of every form, not only art or music, but everybody who's been a teacher for me every day. And here that goes. Guru Sharanam Padam Panindida Vandidavom Guru Sharanam பேரை உயர்த்திட வந்திடுவோம். கமல பாதங்களே வணங்கிடுவோம். குரு சரணம் பாதம் பணிந்திட வந்திடுவோம். குரு சரணம் பேரை உயர்த்திட வந்திடுவோம். கமல பாதங்களே வணங்கிடுவோம். இருள் வழியில் நாங்கள் செல்லும் போது ஒளி வீசும் தீபம் நீங்கள். ஒளி வீசும் தீபம் நீங்கள். உலகில் நாங்கள் உயரும் போது பிரதிபலன் பாராமகிழ்வீர்கள். நீங்கள் பிரதிபலன் பாராமகிழ்வீர்கள். குரு சரணம் பாதம் பணிந்திட வந்திடுவோம். குரு சரணம். And
That
this
was
is a
so
note to you
beautiful.
also.
Yeah.
You're also a
Thank
teacher.
you. No, I was just thinking that, Vari Katinde, and then the thing about the teacher is Pradipalam Pakama Pandrat. That is actually, and this is to our gurus, to all my gurus. But before that, let me quickly share with you. So, like how your family, my family here, Sita Lakshmi always turns up, my sister, thank you. And she's, of course, appreciating you here. Beautiful Aparna, your own composition, looking forward to more songs. And we have my mother-in-law here supporting and saying Aparna Pramadam, but you also have a request here, I think,
Okay.
from Prema, your mother-in-law. So when you live in the same place, you can't do anything much, right?
Oh, I would love
So
to.
we just
I
said,
know
yeah,
it's her
please,
favorite.
yes,
Yeah,
then please, let's make people happy. Please go ahead.
sure. கண்ணன் திருவடியில் எண்ணம் கொண்டோர்க்கு தின்னம் நல்வாழ்வு தருவான். மன்னன் மலரடியில் மனதை நினைப்போர்க்கு மாறாத இன்பம் தருவான். மாறாத இன்பம் தருவான். ஒருவாய் சோரூட்ட குருவாயூர் வருவான். குருவாயூரப்பனே குழந்தையாய் வருவான். ஒருவாய் சோரூட்ட குருவாயூர் வருவான். குருவாயூரப்பனே குழந்தையாய் வருவான். தினமே தனி பெற்று சலமே வந்து நலமே பெற்று தினமே வாழ்ந்திடலாம். நலமே பெற்று தினமே வாழ்ந்திடலாம். நலமே பெற்று தினமே வாழ்ந்திடலாம். கண்ணன் திருவடியில் எண்ணம் கொண்டோர்க்கு தின்னம் நல்வாழ்வு தருவான். மன்னன் மலரடியில் மனதை நினைப்போர்க்கு மாறாத இன்பம் தருவான். மாறாத இன்பம் தருவான். நல்லெண்ணெய் அபிஷேக பிரியனே நல்லெண்ணம் கொண்டோரை நாளும் காப்பவனே. பாரத்தை தந்தால் வாங்கிக் கொள்வான். துலாபாரத்தை போலவே தாங்கிக் கொள்வான். மனபாரத்தை தந்தால் வாங்கிக் கொள்வான். துலாபாரத்தை போலவே தாங்கிக் கொள்வான். கலிதன்னை காக்க குருவாயூர் தன்னில் குருவாய் நின்று திருவாய் மலரும் குருவாய் நின்று திருவாய் மலரும் குருவாய் நின்று திருவாய் மலரும் கண்ணன் திருவடியில் எண்ணம் கொண்டோர்க்கு தின்னம் நல்வாழ்வு தருவான் மன்னன் மலரடியில் மனதை நினைப்போர்க்கு மாறாத இன்பம் தருவான் மாறாத இன்பம் தருவான்.
Thank you, Aparna. That was so lovely. And program இப்பதான் சூடே பிடிக்க ஆரம்பிச்சிருக்கு பாரு. பாலா super Aparna. Sita, she says so nice, lovely lyrics rendered melodiously. Will take care of all our burdens. And actually, there was a lot of Baram, Tula Varam, and many alliterations irundhathu. So, and Prema is very nicely, really feeling blessed. So happy, great Geeta, amazing Aparna. Thank you very much for that. And I think it's now time to call it a day, and let us say bye to our audience and thank once again for having been with us. And thank you, Aparna, for finding the time. Wishing you all the very best and looking forward to more musical celebrations and journey with you in Sanskruti Nirantaram and even otherwise. Thank you very much. Bye.
Thank you
Take
so
care.
much. Thank you.
Yeah. Take care. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.